Hi, and welcome to the SEO Podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of eWeb Results.
I am Charles Lewis, your client results advocate.
Client results advocate. I like how that sounds. And that's just like results. It's just in your face. Welcome to the best SEO podcast on iTunes in the known universe. Thank you for making us that. Let's see, all of that stuff. We are broadcasting live from Houston. We have a tip from our previous podcast, and that tip is hidden in here. Somewhere. That's over here. There we go. Get content from problems you are solving.
Get content. Now we're talking about content for your site, right? From problems you're solving.
Good for SEO. Content is
great
good,
for
right?
SEO.
Oh, it's great. Okay.
And what's even better, content for SEO and for conversions is actually getting content that you're already solving. How do you do that? Yeah. Well, you get with people who are solving those problems. Sales reps, customer service reps, technicians, support team, people who are client side, people who are in the trenches, people who are face to face with people dealing with your product or services, whatever questions, whatever rebuttals, whatever objections that they have or they frequently get, create content and then post it. And that way people who ask those questions will likely search those questions. You will likely be found.
Because people are doing a lot more natural searches on Google. You know, how do I solve
this problem,
whatever XYZ problem it is.
Exactly.
So, cool. Hey, please remember, we are your friendly local neighborhood top position snatchers, and our mantra is:
do not be a douche.
I may not have mentioned this. This is podcast 290.
290.
If you check out the sound check freestyle that Charles did, or Chuck did, or the SEO rapper did, that this guy next to me did, he references, we're actually, the closest freeway to us is 290. So we felt like
saying that.
Something had to come up.
But if you're tuned in, this is number 290. Be sure to tweet us. Tweet us at Best SEO Podcast, at eWeb Results. Actually, we need to change that.
Yep. Oh, I got that one, but not that one. Okay.
At eWeb Results. And that way, use hashtag SEO Podcast. That way we can follow you back and do all of our social networks.
All of that good stuff. So we're going to finish the second half of an article.
Yeah.
So it's going to be items 11 through 20.
11 through 20. Remember, we had the 20 useful content marketing tips you might not be using.
Right.
This was by the good folks over at Search Engine Journal, punching the face to Julia McCoy. So we did 1 through 10 last week. Great post. Go check out 289. Today we'll get through 11 through 20.
Excellent. If this is the first time you're listening to the podcast, howdy, welcome to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes.
Glad to have you.
Yes, we are. And if you've listened to this podcast before,
you already know what's up.
You know what's up. You know what's going to happen. We're going to ask you to leave us a review somehow.
Yeah.
There's a couple ways to leave us a review. The first one we'd like the first place we would like you to leave a review is our G Plus local page, which is now Google My Business page, because it used to be Google Places and
Google Local and Google
My
Local Business. And,
oh, jeez. All right, so we made it really easy to get to that page because it's like a bunch of numbers and slashes, and we don't want to take you down that path. The easy way to get there is to go to ewebresults.com/Google
Plus
or /
Google Plus
or /
G Plus
or /
G Plus.
All of those will take you to our Google Business My Business page. One of those, Google Places My Business page.
Yeah.
And what should they do there? Should do two things.
Two really good things. Most importantly, leave us that review. Hopefully that review is 5 stars.
5 stars.
After you leave that review, put us in a circle, and we'll put you in a circle. You can share some content with us. We'll share some content with you.
Cool. Next, you can leave us a review on our iTunes page. Our iTunes page.
It's simple.
iTunes, it has 3 steps. Go on to iTunes, create an account, write a review. Hopefully you'll make that review 5 stars. If you don't make it 5 stars, or you do, go ahead and send us an email, podcast at
ewebresults.com.
We're in a transition period. That's why we're both wearing eWeb style shirts. We still have one eWeb style reference on our backdrop, and the logo is eWeb Results. All right, the next place that you could leave us a review is our Facebook page. And this is why I hesitated earlier, because we still need to create this one, so we should reference the old one. Let's reference the new one, we'll have it soon. So all you need to do to leave a review on our Facebook page is go to facebook.com/eWebResults, and you will find stars, and you can click them, and you can leave a review, and again, hopefully you will make that 5 stars. All right, so those are the places. Oh, and don't forget Stitcher. Stitcher's getting better.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're almost there. So just the easiest way to get to our Stitcher page is to go to ewebresults.com. Literally click any link, and on the right sidebar you will find a link to our Stitcher page. It's easy to, you click the stars and you can leave a review. I don't even think you need an account. You can just go over there. And so that works out good. Now, if you could, haunt us, stalk us, follow us. There's lots of ways you can enjoy our company. Maybe that's a little better. Right? Facebook.com/
eWebResults.
YouTube.com/
eWebResults.
Twitter.com/
eWebResults.
Instagram.com/
eWebResults.
All of those will give you some way to.
No hyphen for
No hyphen.
those just wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting for anybody who's still resonating with the hyphen. That's why we kept it so long, because it actually resonated. It's interesting and debated carrying it forward. Listen, if you're a PHP guru or a WordPress genius, we're probably looking to work with you. Go ahead and submit an audio resume, 713-510-7846. We do have a free website analysis. Just go to ewebresults.com and you'll find a link to our web analysis. And we don't have any AlgoCat today, which is good news, because shouldn't be sad that there is no cataclysm.
Exactly.
Usually referencing something bad. Hey, a little bit of news. This is just interesting, all this car hacking stuff. They've got these driverless cars, and some guy made some device with like a $35 device with a laser pointer and whatever, and can cause the cars to stop. Right.
Oh yeah, because he's
like something in the way. Right. Yeah. Accident number 300.
Yeah.
Also not caused by the auto drive machine. Amazon discontinues the Fire Phone.
Well, I figured they would.
Yeah.
They promoted it wrong, and then it was just downhill from there.
Yeah, bad. China says, stop saying we hack you. We no hack you. That's what they said. Literally, that's the
that's what it said. Yeah.
Stop saying we hack you. And then this is interesting. Elon Musk was the Tesla guy.
Okay, yeah.
Elon, I think Elon or something like that. We probably should look these things up before we go on air. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. He was in an interview with Stephen Colbert, who's now on the late night show, right? Mm-hmm. And he was saying, there's a slow way and a fast way to make Mars habitable. Right now it's inhabitable. Mm-hmm. We have to live in some sort of dome.
Bubble or something.
Yeah, and the fast way is to use thermonuclear detonations on the poles. Maybe we should try that on.
Just go freeze it.
We should do it on Pluto first.
Yeah.
Well, the intent actually is to create more of an atmosphere, so more heat stays within Mars.
Gotcha.
And that's basically we would be using what we're saying sucks here.
Creating the greenhouse effect.
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Exactly. Cool. You got any news?
I do have a little news. So Instagram is rolling out this advertising platform.
Okay.
To everybody. So first when they rolled it out, it was only open to like select brands, usually big brands. You would see sponsored ads coming from them. But now they're opening it up to everybody.
Okay.
So that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be a good revenue stream. And since it's operated by Facebook, the same rules apply. Right? You can target people based off of who they follow and their preferences and things like that. Type of post that they tend to like, right? From brands that they like. So I think that's going to be a pretty good experiment. What I'm anxious to see is the pricing model.
Right.
How that's going to work. Is it versus videos or images and that kind of deal. So I'll be looking at that and get some more info. But the fact that they opened it up on September 30th, it's supposed to be available September 30th.
Right.
I think that's going to be cool.
That's cool, yeah.
And the last thing I have is beware. And I got to do some search engine journal also. Beware of the new owner Google Search Console verifications. Now I've been seeing those, and that's a lot that's due because we got a new hire doing some SEO, and so he was re-verifying some stuff. But if you get those and you didn't change your meta tags or go in Search Console to get your website re-verified, then go and check and see who did, because you might need to change it.
Yeah.
What's happening is hacked sites, people are hacking.
And then getting
verified.
Wow.
Then getting control, and that way they can unverify you, so you don't even get any more messages. More importantly, they can upload their own sitemaps and all these back spammy pages and everything else.
Through your webmaster tool.
Through your webmaster tool.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you see those emails, the key is to act quickly. When you said, hey, who
That's
did that?
Bullshit. Yeah,
and go address that and address it fast if indeed you didn't do it.
Cool. All right.
Not really cool, but cool information. It sucks though.
It's always interesting to see the creativity of
spammers.
Thieves when they are, right? And spammers
people,
when they're. Yeah, there are. There are some really creative people, and they're the really dumb ones also who end up on the TV show. America's Stupidest Criminals or whatever it is. Hey, you notice no tear tattoo?
I noticed it.
I'm about to put a negative one because we got 3 reviews this time. I don't even know what a negative. That means the rest of my face is tattooed and I have one white tear.
I don't get a negative tattoo. You look like my guy Pyrex.
I don't know Pyrex.
I'll send you a link. Great rapper. He does Christian rap. Smart dude. Super tatted.
Super tatted.
Yeah.
All right, so this first review is from John Colston, and it is 5 stars. Wow, that was really cracky.
Sounded like the little dove thing you were trying to do earlier.
If you manage the SEO for a website, then this is the podcast for you. Information is current and easy to understand. I am constantly making notes and applying the concepts to my site. Punch in the face, Mr. Colston. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Next, this is a name I'm going to try. It's Kristen Gudmundsdeuter.
Yeah, with the accent mark over the I. It's German, apparently.
And it is 5 stars. Hi, guys. I was thinking like high five or whatever. Hi, guys. I find you awesome and fun, and I always learn a lot. So thanks for doing this, and keep up the super good work. I have a question for you. Where can I ask it? Best, Kristen. And so I hit her back and let her know that she could either
anywhere
put it on the wall on Facebook, go to our G Plus page, send us an email, tweet it to us,
make an Instagram meme and tag us in it.
All of those.
However you want to do it.
All of those.
You can call us.
Yeah. Oh, and the phone number is 713-592-6724.
Well, we'll pitch you if you call us, though.
Yeah, we gotta be honest. That's gonna happen. And she's long distance, so she you don't call at 2:00 in the morning here. We won't answer, probably. And I'm sorry for butchering your name. And so finally, we've got an iTunes review. This one is also 5 stars. It says Best SEO Podcast. That's the title. It's by Spitzer Photo. These guys know how to make a sometimes dry topic into an entertaining, informative podcast. As a photographer and web designer, I greatly rely on driving traffic to my site. The tips that I learned from eWebStyle, it's got to be updated to eWeb Results, are invaluable and have helped me secure the top slot on page 1 of Google for local search terms organically without paying for ads. Keep up the great work. Punch in the face to you, Mr. Spitzer Photo.
Bravo, man. Tweet us a link to your site, dude.
Yeah.
I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. All right, well, that's the reviews. I think you got a little bit.
You got a couple punches in the face. I want to give this punch in the face goes to Teddy Bryce. So me and her had an interesting exchange on Twitter, right? So she says, she hit us up. She says, at eWebStyle. This is Teddy Bryce. She's at Call Me Teddy B.
Okay.
She says, I'm at eWebStyle. You two are hilarious. At Chuck reminds me of Shelly from Undateable.
Okay.
And so then I heard it back. I was like, at Call Me Teddy B. So I remind you of a girl I never heard of Undateable.
Right. Yeah.
Then she hit me back. She says, no, Shelly's a guy and Undateable's a great show.
Okay.
And so, appreciate you, I think.
So it would have been better, Shelly's a great guy and Undateable is a show, but you did do Shelly as a guy and Undateable is a great show. Now, you didn't bother to Google it? Are you too busy this morning, right?
Well, I just was like, I'm not sure if I really want to know who Shelly is. I might be better not knowing.
So hit us back. Let us know if he should do further investigation. Is it the case that he's the crappy guy on the great show, or is he a good guy
on the crappy show? Right?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna go with the great guy on the great show.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
Always go with the positive. All right, that is the potatoes of our podcast. Time to get into the meat.
Like I said, this is a part 2 of last week's this is part 2 from SEO Podcast 289. So on 290, it was content marketing tips you might not be using yet, right? And that was her second title. It's actually 20 useful content marketing tips you might not be using, but you should. And so let's pick back up at number 11. Number 11, she says, upload visual content to SlideShare. This is a great tip, Julie. A lot of people who aren't even aware of SlideShare. Most people who make presentations and things like that, they're fully aware of SlideShare, that you can go on and upload your decks so people can look at them. But she also says users can share, link, and reshare your content to other platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter, and G+, which ultimately means more traffic for you. And she's absolutely right. But pro tip, not only can they do that on SlideShare, any hot links that you have in your decks become hot links on SlideShare. Nice. And so this is a great place for you to create links back to your site. And if people tend to share these like she's suggesting they will, then your links get shared and there's some value in that. So definitely, if you're making presentations and doing things like that, upload them to SlideShare and include some links. Number 12. She said join and use Pinterest. She goes on to say, create some great articles, link them with infographics or visuals, and post them to boards related to your niche. I'll say this. First off, great tip, but she's right. Pinterest is one of those networks that's growing. It's not growing as fast as, let's say, Twitter or Instagram.
Very organic.
But it's very organic. It's very hands-on. The people who use Pinterest. They don't just...
They love it.
They love it, you know. And so you can have as many boards as you want, and these boards can target several things. And so I would encourage you to use it if you're going to use it. If you're going to set it up and don't use it, then it may have an adverse effect.
See rule number 1.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is be social.
Be social. Yeah. Use it, and then she's absolutely right. Create pins, create infographics, create visuals based off of, I don't know, your products, your service, and then pin them to the boards that are most relevant to what you offer. Yeah. And that way you will get some feedback and some traction from it.
Great tip.
Number 13. She says recycle content. Right? She says by learning.
She didn't say spin.
She didn't say spin. She said recycle.
Right.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Right? She says by learning to recycle great content in new ways, you save yourself from the burden of having to create great new content constantly without sacrificing. Yeah. Recycling content. This podcast will be recycled.
Yep.
Right. Matter of fact, anybody who's listening
3,
right
4,
now,
5 times.
If you want to go back and catch something, the audio and a transcription of this will be available on our website.
Yep.
That's twice recycled.
Yep.
It's going out live right now, and then it's going to go to YouTube.
Yep.
It's all recycled again. And so recycle your content. Like, you can reuse it, and especially if it's good content. Just saying.
Like this podcast.
Yeah. Exactly. Number 14. Speaking of content, she says aim for evergreen content. I remember what evergreen content is. That's the content that really doesn't get old. It always has value. Things like how-tos and tips and things like that, right? Matter of fact, she says evergreen content is an important marketing tool that remains relevant no matter when it is published. She also says by aiming to create evergreen content, you set yourself up for highly shareable content and backlinks that persist far beyond when that article was written. How many times have you read a post and it was still relevant, and then when you looked at the date, it was like, man, that's 2013.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Exactly. Evergreen content. I would say this, when possible, and it should be possible because it's your site and it's your content, make sure that evergreen content is focused on your niche, right? The easiest way to make evergreen content remain evergreen, meaning it won't get outdated, it has to be something you have total control over. So that way it can always remain up to date. And so when you come up with that content, come up with things that people need, things that people ask, like maybe you reference our tip that we started with today, getting that type of information and that feedback back from your team, from your technicians, is a great way to come up with evergreen content. Number 15. She says optimize your social media. And she's talking about, how you content marketing. She says, optimize your social media. Like, why are you talking about social media? We're talking content. She says, by optimizing your content marketing pieces for social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, you increase your chances of being shared and passed around on the internet. What does that mean, optimize your content for social usage? Well, she wants to make it social friendly. So whatever this blog post is, come up with the right hashtags, the right images, the right CTAs that will make your content more likely to be shared online. So maybe this content features great images, then you should really be optimizing for Facebook and Instagram, right? Kind of image heavy sites. Maybe this content has some good links that you really need people to click on, then you should be optimizing for Twitter, right? So make your content in a way that's going to be easily shareable. Optimize your social media. Great tip, Julia. Number 16. She says, know your audience. And we talk about this all the time. You must understand who you're talking to. You must understand who your buyers are, more importantly. She says, for this reason, it's wise to spend some time with your Google Analytics or other similar tools to figure out who's truly paying attention. I'm glad she brought up Google Analytics because I spend, 50% of my work week in Google Analytics.
Interesting. Ooh. I don't understand that one.
Exactly. What is this?
Let's figure out what that means.
Exactly. And so,
how do I explain that to the client?
Practice.
Yeah.
And so, but I wanted to say this in regards to knowing your audience. If you're in Google Analytics and you have it on your site, which you should, then look at your demographic report. Right? Your demographic report will at the very least tell you the age range of the people who are visiting your site. It'll also tell you the percentage of their gender. How many are male, how many are female? Were they 18 to 34? Were they 35 to 44? Or were they 45 to 60? That demographic report in analytics will tell you that. Look at the device report. Another analytic report I love. Are they desktop? Are they mobile? Are they tablet? Right? Look at the location report. Where are they coming from? And this is how you begin to build your profile and your audience. More importantly, understanding who's coming to your site. Just with those 3 reports, you can recognize that, I don't know, maybe I have 25-year-old women on tablets in Florida. Right? That's the type of summary you can gather from just looking at those 3 reports. You take that information and create ads specific to Florida, and you may even dig deeper and start doing some zip code type stuff and maybe run some billboards in a specific area because you get a high quality of leads from that specific area.
Yeah.
That sort of data can help you. And another pro tip, that's one of the ways you can use your online marketing to drive your offline marketing.
Yep.
Number 17. She says, optimize your blog URL. She says, in addition to giving new viewers an idea of what the URL contains, this format also makes your URL easier and more attractive to share. She's absolutely right. Yeah. Like even this post here, it wasn't called, searchenginejournal.com/20-useful-content-marketing-tips. She didn't do all that. It was really, really short. And so I would encourage you guys to do the same. Summarize your blog title and change that URL. WordPress is by default is going to make it whatever you call it.
Yeah, as long as it is.
As long as it is.
Hyphen.
Exactly, and that's just not a good look. And while it may be search friendly, it's just not a good look though. And so change that to something that still remains search friendly, that's easier to share and easier to use. Oh, I like this one here, and we talked about this a lot. Number 18, she says opt for a 50-50 split between text and visuals.
Yeah.
Right? You want to make this content easy to read. She says a combination of text and images is more effective than either text or images alone. She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why infographics work, right? It makes it for easier reading at the end of the day. I don't care if you still have a 3,000 word article.
Right, nothing wrong with that.
But if you have 3,000 word article and every 500 words you added an image, all of a sudden, it doesn't look as intimidating.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a dictionary.
Bullet points. Just a thought.
Exactly. Dropping a video maybe, and keep your same word count. But anytime you need to sprinkle in a good 50-50 mixture of media, whether it's images, whether it's video, whether it's an infographic, whether it's an audio file, whatever it is, don't just give them all text.
Cool.
Number 19. She says utilize active reading. It was interesting. I learned something here. She says utilize active reading. And the active reading is the process of actively picking apart a piece of content to discern things like the narrator's perspective, unanswered questions that allow you to build knowledge and fulfill gaps in the market, further enhancing the authority and content presence in the online world. Okay, blank stare for y'all who just figured out what we're doing right now. Active reading. That's what we're doing right now. She published a great article, great tips in here, and we're presenting it to you, adding some value, kind of debating some of the things she's saying, explaining further because she probably didn't want to put 10,000 words on here, and I can give you 10,000 words really quickly through video.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Active reading, and it works. And last one, number 20.
20.
She says, be original. Dedicate some time to figure out what makes your company special and unique, and then build on that.
Yeah.
There's nothing much more to say there, but it's the reason we changed to eWeb Results, right? So that's us being original. We've been focusing on results. At the end of the day, nothing matters but results. It doesn't matter how good your site is. It doesn't matter how good your marketing is. If those two aren't coming together and you're not getting results, then there's a problem.
Fire both of them.
And exactly.
Fire everyone.
And that's our attempt to be original, right? We realize that we're not going to be the same web design company. Yeah. We're not going to be some internet marketing agency
driver.
Yeah, no, we want to be a results-focused company. We want to grow businesses. Exactly. Yeah. And so that's our attempt at
1 million businesses to be exact. That's our vision, our grand vision, is to help 1 million businesses grow.
So in her conclusion, she says, use storytelling and visual content. Think about who you're talking to. And then secondarily, think about the keywords so you can keep your ranking potential high when you publish. I'll say this to close. Consider your audience, right? Consider your subject matter, and the best way to present that content. Should this be presented in video? Should it be presented in paragraph form? Should it be presented in an infographic? Maybe all of the above, or maybe just a few of those things. Should it be presented in 2 different posts, right? How do you want to do it? But the key is understanding those things before you publish it. Yep. So that way you won't just be publishing something that's wrong. 20 useful content marketing tips you might not be using. Check out 289 to get the first 10. And this was podcast 290. We just did 11 through 20. Huge punch in the face to Julia McCoy and the good people over at Search Engine Journal. Great article.
Awesome. Good stuff. Do we have any what news?
No what news.
We don't. Well, it's late on Friday. Why don't we?
Yeah, what it ourselves for?
What? Wait until the last minute on Friday.
What? Like, what? Are you still doing it? Exactly.
That's awesome. Hey, if you're looking to grow your business with the largest, simplest marketing tool on the planet,
the internet,
call eWeb Results for increased revenue in your business. Our phone number is 713-592-6724. If you have a referral, somebody who's interested in internet marketing, you send them to us. They pay their bill. We pay you. It's a pretty sweet deal. We've got an organized program to do that. I am still broadcasting. We haven't broadcast in a while, but I'm going to keep talking about it. Actually, we're going to change the name here soon, so I'm going to skip it this time. Just so you know, there is a transcript and video of this podcast,
right here,
available on our website, ewebresults.com. Go check it out. You can, if you remember hearing something in a podcast, because it's in our blog as a transcript, you can search it and you can find what podcast that was. Maybe you want to share it with somebody. By the way, if you ever share like a specific episode or snippet of anything,
tag us.
CC us, tag us, add us, whatever. Do something so that we know that you're doing that. We'll give you a huge punch in the face because you're sharing our content. We appreciate it. This was filmed live at 5999 West 34th Street, Suite 106 in Houston, Texas. We are the most popular internet marketing podcast on the iTunes. That is because of all of you all. Thank you in all the countries and all the places that you listen to our podcast. Thank you for making us the best or the most popular. Until the next podcast.
That means best.
I think
it should in this case.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of popular people who are not the best.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not applicable here. So.
Yeah. Until the next podcast, my name's Chris Burris.
Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.